Hey everyone, welcome to another installment of Harry Potter Theory. In today's brief video, we're going to be discussing the Weasleys, and of course, once again, their economic status. More specifically, we're going to be addressing their level of wealth and how it changed after winning the Wizarding Lottery. Was it enough to let them live comfortably for the rest of their lives? Was it enough for Arthur to drop a couple of hours at the Ministry? Let's dive into it. Now, when we think of the Weasleys, we certainly don't think of wealth. We think of love, friendship, and unity. But one thing that's certainly drilled into our heads throughout the Harry Potter books and films is that they don't have a lot of money. They're a big family consisting of Fred, George, Charlie, Molly, Arthur, Ginny, Bill, Percy, and of course Ron, which means there are a lot of them to feed, clothe, and house. But money is evidently scarce. On Molly and Arthur's income, they were responsible for 7 sets of clothes and 7 mouths to feed, 8 if you include Harry's. They had to cover a lot. Their financial situation became so dire that Weasley almost became synonymous with poor, something which Draco so fondly reminded them of whenever he had the chance. Think my name's funny, do you? Well, no need to ask yours. Red hair and a hand-me-down robe, you must be a Weasley. Arthur Weasley ended up working for the Ministry of Magic in multiple roles over the years. First, he worked for the Misuse of Muggle Artifacts Department, a department responsible for regulating the use of magic on Muggle objects, as well as keeping bewitched items away from Muggles. Later on, he moved into a position at the Detection and Confiscation of Counterfeit Defensive Spells and Protective Objects Department, where he became Head of Office. Head of Office sounds like it would pay well, right? Why was money so scarce? Basically, Arthur had a lot of mouths to feed, a lot of school supplies to buy, and some work issues that contributed to this. You see, in his first role, Arthur's boss was Cornelius Fudge, who he did not get along with. This stunted his career progression, and ultimately the amount of money that he was able to make. However, in the summer of 1993, Arthur and Molly got a bit of a break when they won the Wizarding Lottery. If you don't know what the Wizarding Lottery is, well, it's just like our own lottery. It's hosted by the Daily Prophet, a Wizarding newspaper based in London that serves as the primary source of news for British and Irish wizards. The main office for the Daily Prophet is located right in Diagon Alley. In spite of the paper's dubious reputation for publishing slanted content at the request of Cornelius Fudge and the Ministry of Magic, there are certainly some good elements to the paper. One of these being the Daily Prophet Grand Prize Galleon Draw, an annual contest where witches and wizards can win some money. In the summer of 1993, Arthur Weasley just so happened to win the annual Galleon Draw. This is referenced by Draco when addressing Ron. I heard your father's got his hands on some gold this summer, Weasley. Did your mother die of shock? Provided that even Draco, a stuck-up, wealthy young wizard, was able to recognize the sum of money won, it tells me that the sum was at least noteworthy. Arthur Weasley was even able to bring his entire family for a summer trip to Egypt to visit Bill. So, how much did he win? As it turns out, Arthur won about 700 galleons. It was with this money that he was able to buy the trip to Egypt, as well as a new wand for his son Ron. But how much is 700 galleons exactly? Is that a lot? A little? Did they still have money left after the aforementioned expenses? As reported by J.K. Rowling, 1 galleon, the largest form of wizarding currency, is said to be worth about 5 Great British pounds. That means that Arthur won £3,500, which isn't anything to scoff at, but certainly isn't enough to last forever. Wizarding economy doesn't seem to differ much from our own economy either. Apparently, a copy of Advanced Potion Making costs 9 galleons, which would be £45, a figure that is fairly consistent with our own world. With all of that said, Arthur's winnings were certainly a pleasant surprise, but nothing life-changing. Did you know about the Wizarding Lottery? Comment down below. Until next time, you're a wizard, Harry.